Hello, my absolutely beautiful Capricorn friends, and welcome to your horoscope for November of 2023, where Capricorn this month, not only do we see your ruling planet Saturn coming direct in the energy of Pisces, so getting some forward motion back in the ocean, which is also really very cool, but we are also going to celebrate having this first few weeks of November without the personal planets being in any kind of retrogradation. So that means that we have got full access to moving energy forward until November 25th. So decisions that need to be made, rates that need to be risen, this is the time to do it, Capricorn, okay? Because when we get to November 25th, we're going to see Mercury enter into the pre-retrograde shadow time, getting ready for the retrograde between Sagittarius and Capricorn in December. So I definitely think that this month has plenty to offer and to hold for you. Before we jump in, Capricorn, if you haven't grabbed your 2024 digital transit calendar yet from our friends over at Wise Skies Collective, please make sure that you click in the description box down below, grab the link, and also take advantage of a little discount with my code. I love it because the transits come to my phone daily, so I know what time it's happening, and I always set mine like 30 minutes ahead of the transit so that I can stop and feel, what is it like to experience this particular transit? What is it like to experience a void, of course, moon period? And you have a little bit of chance to actualize and to somatically experience your astrology. So if that is a tool you would like to have in your toolkit, click in the description box down below and take advantage, okay? All right, Capricorn, as we're coming into the month on November 4th, we've got Saturn coming direct at 0 degrees of Pisces, which is a potent, energetically concentrated anaretic degree. And Saturn has not only been here in this retrograde, so it's not just coming direct here, but it also hit it in March when it came into Pisces at 0 degrees. So for you, Capricorn, the third house space of communications, decision-making, teaching things, learning things, right? Really also needing to create a strategy or restructure this area, but trust your intuition about what it is that you're changing, what it is that you're looking to bring in a deeper level of mastery in this particular area. So I think it's really cool to flash back. What was happening for you in March? Where do you trust your gut and trust your instincts today in a way that you couldn't before? Because remember, Saturn is like, we need to create a structure so that this can flow. We need to create some discipline so that this can flow. But Pisces is about that intuition. It's about the creative inspiration. It's about compassion that is there. So as you look back to your March time frame, what has changed for you? Because the third house is lit up now. It's ready to go. Now, Saturn does not just work for us personally. It also governs our communities and our societies. So where are conversations that you feel like being a part of, or that you need to be a part of, or classes that you want to learn, or maybe there's a publisher or an editor you were looking for and now they're going to be available? Did you put that house up for sale and you're like, literally, is anybody buying houses, or what? Were you looking for a car you needed to buy? Any of these things that enter you into negotiation, this is the time where Saturn can actually work as a really nice helper, okay? When we get to November 8th, I absolutely love this. Venus moves into the energy of Libra, which means it's working in domicile and at the top of your chart, no less, lighting up the 10th house space, Capricorn. So this is phenomenal because Venus is an attracting in energy. So first of all, in the 10th house, this could be around your career, your soul level calling, or your title that we call you in public. So regardless of if you have a job, you don't have a job, you're retired, what do we call you in public? Because right now, Venus could be attracting your mouth into the names of people around you. And they're like, wow, that Capricorn is really doing it up. Or I really like the way that Capricorn does that, right? Insert your name for Capricorn, of course. But this is also a time where I will tell you, because the praise and the magnetism are available for you here, you can also look at taking advantage of what you do well in your career or in your title and asking for a raise, asking for a promotion, saying, I'd like to come to the next level. Now, for some of you as well, I do think that you literally change your title with Venus being here, and it delivers you like a new love of your life. For some of you, that will be a grandbaby. For some of you, honestly, it's the marriage, it's the divorce. You change your title in public. But either way, Venus is really pulling in this relationship aspect and magnetizing it to you. And what else I like about it is because it's Libra energy up here, that it's like, yeah, I do want to commit to a partnership with you of some variety. And you're not fussing it. You're not fighting it. It's like, yeah, I value this. Let's do it. Okay. As we get to November 13th, we've got a new moon happening at 20 degrees of Scorpio. So this is going to light up your 11th house space. So now things are getting social, okay? They're getting social for you. So this particular moon is going to be in a conjunction with Mars and opposing Uranus, which is telling us that, yes, plant your seeds of intention. Plant your seeds of intention, because this is your time to be like, okay, I'm willing to commit to and I'm willing to make a priority my 11th house, social things, friends, social grouping, social media, any of these kinds of organizations that you are a part of. There is new social energy on the table for you here. Now, one of the things though is that this Uranian vibration puts in your absolute kind of walkway is this understanding that if you're going to move this area forward, you have to innovate your perspective and your approach to how you're getting it done. So while you're going to plant these seeds of intention, you have to trust your intuition and you have to innovate. Maybe the way that you've been trying to do something is not going to be how you can do it anymore, because we also need to consider that Uranus in Taurus is also a transpersonal planet. So the world outside of you, the world around you, where you want to plant your seeds of intention, the world around you, the friends, the tribe, they're also ready for you now. So maybe you have been feeling really alone, you're like, I don't really feel like I have people who believe like I believe. And now you're able to call in quotes, radically different community to you that actually sees things the way you do. And there's a lot of healing that can be in there. Now, at another social level, one of the things I think of is evolution. That is definitely the name of the game when we're talking about Scorpio, transformation, and Uranus is evolution. Okay, so in your social space, where do you have to evolve in order to continue to survive? Where do you have to evolve in order to continue to have whatever influence it is that you do have to continue to make an impact in your world and your community around you? What does that look like for you, okay? Now, I think I missed it, but on the 10th, I'll just put this in here, but on the 10th, we have Mercury entering into the energy of Sagittarius, but also on the 22nd, we've got the Sun entering into Sagittarius, and on the 24th, we've got Mars entering into Sagittarius. So now the gang's all here in your 12th house zone, so right before birthday time, we've got everybody in the house, in the sign of the Archer. So you're thinking bigger. There are bigger ideas. There are these ideas that go out beyond your previous conception. They expand your horizon. Now, what I like about this particular Sagittarius season is that it also is in connection with Saturn that's going to be coming direct in Pisces. These are both mutable energies. So one of the things that you can kind of keep in mind here is that what your intuition tells you or guides you to, Capricorn, especially about where you need to rest, where you need to release projects, where you need to put something down, where you need to work on something behind the scenes. It can't be all party, party, party. Sometimes you're like, no, I need a break. I need to go home. No more travel, no more internet, no more any of that. This is a great time for you to trust your intuition and know that energetically the decision you are making is absolutely sound, okay? Now, Mars in the 12th house space, something to consider here is that it can make you really tired, because Mars wants to be running all of this energy and you want to sit and you want to settle down. So I would encourage you, Capricorn, get the Martian energy out of your system, whether it's breath work, whether it's yoga, whether it's walks to just detox, really Kalapati breathing, like the breath of fire, which is very Sagittarius, Mars and Sagittarius. Get that energy out of your body so that you can rest, because if not, you're going to have your nervous system going, the anxiety can be going, you're working on things behind yourself, and that very quickly can turn into I'm going to die alone. Like the mind can really get going and create a lot of opportunities to pursue stories that are not actually real. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Now, again, on the 25th, we've got Mercury moving into the pre-retrograde shadow time at 22 degrees of Sagittarius. It'll take the actual retrograde December 13th at 8 degrees of Capricorn. So we'll talk more about that as we get into December. Now, as we're going to close out this month on the 27th, we've got a full moon happening at 4 degrees of Gemini, okay? So this particular full moon is, of course, going to ask us to end something, acknowledge something, or to make an adjustment. And in it, what we're needing to make a really big adjustment to, especially with this moon still being in connection with Mars, being in connection with the sun, squaring Saturn, is information. So in your daily routine, Capricorn, right? So whether it's your mundane, how you brush your teeth, how you drive to work, the mundane projects you do to keep your house up, your health, your wellness, something with your pets, you're getting two different pieces of information where you're like, now wait a minute. Hold on, you're saying this over here, but this is this over here. And these two pieces of information or these two perspectives absolutely do not match up. And so what you're having to do is really sort through details and data. Okay, but the good news is this is the full moon, so you're seeing it. All the lights in the room are on, but your job will be to find the middle ground. That's what an opposition is doing, right? It's saying, find the middle ground. Where is there compromise between these pieces of information? Because what you're probably getting doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, these are two absolutely different things. Or you feel like you have a lot of balls in the air, like there's a lot of things going and you're like, how am I going to do this if I also have to do this, right? So at this particular full moon, I do think that there are some bumps in the road, but if you can be flexible, you can master this. You can absolutely master this informational space. So also try and stay a little bit objective to what information is brought to you, because there may be a different solution than what is being presented on the one hand, and you find information on the other hand, which helps you bridge this particular gap, okay? Because this full moon does form a mutable grand cross between that moon in Gemini, the sun, Mars, Sagittarius, and Saturn. So this whole conversation is going on here. And then, of course, we've got Lilith in Virgo as well. So the info doesn't match up. Find the sweet middle ground, okay? All right, my absolutely beautiful Capricorn friends, I absolutely love you. I hope you have a great month. Please let me know how it's playing out in the comment section down below. And I look forward to seeing you every week and, of course, being with you as we get to December as well. Bye, Capricorn.